What did we just talk about? We just talked about what our resources are. Yet, you can go and what we call the FUEs, the frequently used excuses, for people not winning in life, are the exact same resources that they need to get to go buy their freedom. So the first thing is that people have to recognize is right off the bat, from zero, you have whatever you have. The question is, how do you analyze what you have? What is in your resource base? And you see, this can be as simple as, I'm born in the United States, the greatest country with the greatest system in the history of the world, with the greatest healthcare and the greatest economic, right? Like that already is the greatest resource. And you start looking at having the greatest resource of just being an American citizen trumps the rest of the world, period, right? Okay, so I have that going for me. I speak the language pretty decently. I can communicate in the language pretty decently, or not. So maybe my ability to communicate with people so I can develop one of the other resources, which is human capital, right? The people I need to surround myself with so they can help me increase my other resource base. We know what time is, we know what money is. Humans, just our peeps, right? Association, and IP is what we define as your ideas worth protecting, right? The reason you want to, these are kind of like a cycle that we all go through. The one thing that we all have that's the equalizer is time. The one thing, or the next piece is you can look at your bank account quickly, which most of you could just go like this in your mind and you already know there's a bunch of zeros in there, or somewhere close to zero. Sort of joke. The next resource is humans, the people. Who do I have in my life that can help me? And if I don't, who do I need to go find that can help me go do what I want to do? And the next part of it is my ideas. How do I see the market? How can I come into a market, right? That's our basic resources, right? But at the end of the day, this is not what we want. What is it that we want? The reason any of us come to the proverbial edge of the cliff and we get stuck, right, is because we believe, and really we do at some point at that moment in time, we have limited resources, right? So the key is to recognize what resources I do have, and then to become recognizing what I have in my arsenal, and then what I don't have, I need to become resourceful. Right now in the United States, nobody has an excuse to lose anymore. It used to be that all the data and the information was all locked down. Colleges, business schools, whatever, right? Trade schools and so forth. IP, proprietary this and that. Guess what? The internet changed everything. Everything. We show you 1,000 different ways that somebody can come up with something that they always wanted to do, talk about, learn how to play guitar or whatever, can create a little lesson plan, shoot a little video with all free software, all free information on YouTube, and go make money right now. There's absolutely no reason anymore other than they just choose not to. Now, if you choose not to, I can't help you. It's just a choice, right? But the real game here is knowing when you come to the edge of the cliff and when I'm stuck, is like, I need to be resourceful. So what do I have? I either have a lot of time on my hands, I have money, most of us don't, right? I have people around me, or I have my ideas. And at some level, see, every one of these things is like a, right? Every one of these, we're at a different level. Like most of us, when you start out, you got lots of time, right? If this is 0 and this is 10, right? We got lots of time. Because we're not doing anything. Maybe you got a job, doing whatever, but you got lots of other time because it's just a job. You're punching the clock, you're not really building a career path and all that. If you are doing that, then figure out what it is that you're going to do in that space and go kick its ass. Okay? So, when you don't have a lot of money, people, or ideas, you got time. Okay? When you don't have time, or you have limited time, okay, now you need to start leveraging the other parts of your own resource base. Everybody knows somebody that can give them a hand up. Anybody that is successful in anything wants to help people that want help. The people that are successful in things, they're not going to waste their time on people that don't want help, that don't want it, that don't want to go get it, have their American dream, right? What happens is we start getting really crazy busy in our lives because we're trying to do all this stuff, right? And quickly, you run out of time, you don't know who to talk to, and you don't have ideas. So you're back to, you run out of money, people, and your ideas, so now you're back to your own time. Time is the equalizer for all people, right? So the biggest question is what is it that you're doing with your time versus what I'm doing or what some other successful person is doing with their time? That's it. Because it is the equalizer, period. It's the one thing that all human beings have the same thing of, the amount of. It's just what you choose to do with it, right? So then we probably should understand what we're doing daily with our time, right? I created this cool little toy, or this little tool called My Toys. Why is it called My Toys? It came out of a conversation I had with somebody I was working with. He's getting a little frustrated, and I'm like, it's always simple, right? And of course, when people don't have the answer, the people that do have the answer, the person that's sitting in the chair that doesn't have the answer, they always look at you and they go, it's easy for you, right? It's easy for you. What? Yeah, it's easy for me now, because I invested decades to figure it out, how to get out of, every time I hit to that cliff, that edge, it's scary, I can see her, I can cry, I can do whatever. But at the end of the day, I'm going to go find another resource that can help me get across that bridge, or that gap, right? Some type of bridge. It came out of just like, I'm like, dude, if you want to have my toys, you got to do my time. You got to do the things that I do. And then this thing was born. You want my time? You need my toys. How's my toys? Because I know it's the inverse. He wants my toys. He wants to go do all that stuff, but you got to do what I do in the day, right? So created this simple little thing, right? And these are just time blocks. These are all, actually I'll put them over here so you can see them a little easier. If you were to go through and add this up, there's the equalizer. Okay? My, T-O-Y-S. Okay? I use this simple idea to help people recognize, let's say you're talking to your partner or your mother or your father or whatever, what I'm going to do with my time. This is what I'm going to do. The first 4 hours of my day is my time. This way, I never cheat myself in the day. I always make sure I get in what I want to do today. For me, it's 7 to 11 in the morning. Start my day at 7, 7 to 11, 11 to 3, 3 to 7. Imagine that, 7 to 11, right? And what's so crazy, stupid, simple, okay? Right? I never cheat myself. As we go through this, we'll finish this here, right? But number one is I want to, like, if I'm not happy, nobody else is happy around me. It's usually kind of like, hey, well, mom's not happy, daddy's not happy, the kids aren't happy, and all that kind of thing, right? But no, for me, if I'm not happy, I'm miserable, everybody else can be miserable. Because I'm usually one that's bringing the energy, right? So I have to be happy, right? How am I happy? I'm not going to get into it. We have this model over here right now. I'm not going to get into it right now. We have this model, this training model called Living Kaiser. And it's a personal development type of model, type of system, but it's really way more in depth than that. But what it does is it gives us a really simple level of acronyms to use. And again, I'm not going to get into depth of this at all, right? But very simple. Health, relationships, recreation, and wealth. So, really simple. Every day, I want to make sure, and each of these have 4 components. Each one of these blocks I want to make sure that I'm stuffing and getting the things done that I need to get done. Health, relationship, recreation, and wealth are the 4 main categories that encompass our whole life. And if I'm making sure that I'm paying attention to each of these, I don't blow myself 100 pounds like I was 10 years ago. And drinking, and being an idiot. Blowing up my relationships, not playing and having the fun that I want to have, and certainly destroying my wealth, okay? So I want to make sure that I was focusing on each one of these components on a daily basis. That's how I figured out how to manage my time effectively, is every single day when I start out, number one thing in life, the number one is my health, right? And so I'm going to make sure it's the absolute first thing that I do in my time, is take care of my health. That means I'm going to roll out of bed, I'm going to pound 12 to 18 ounces of fresh water, I'm going to load up my 40 ouncer, and I'm going to go down to my center, and I'm going to train. But I'll keep moving through this really quick here, so make sure that we talk about what the rest of the acronyms are, right? The my time is my time. It's my 4-hour block. I'm going to make sure that I get a component of each one of these done inside my 4 hours. Why? Because I've won the day for the day. Man, can you imagine winning the day every day by 11 o'clock? Being done? The rest of the day is gravy. Okay? Next 4-hour block is their time. Okay? Meaning, I am going to go sell my time to somebody else, some organization, or I'm a freelancer, and I'm going to consult, I'm going to do whatever, but I'm going to sell my time for that 4-hour block. Okay? Every day, I sell my time from 11 to 3, period. Now, that's changed, okay? And if you can't do that right now in your model, then you may have to break that into, the next one is our time. I'll read these really quick so we can talk about it. All right, my time, their time, our time, your time, and this is sleep. Okay? And I would define this as though I'm talking to my significant other or my friend or my parents or whatever, right? So this is what I'm doing every day. My time is 7 to 11. Their time, the people that's paying me for my services, is 11 to 3. Our time now can be friends, family. You can stuff in there whatever you want. If you have a significant other, this is their time. If they want to get on my calendar and schedule, this is the way I break up my day. You want to get on my calendar? Book it in this 7 to 11 block. Meaning my wife, my significant other. Okay? And she has the right to jump in and get on my calendar in that time. Now granted, this is an outline. This is an idea. This is what I do. Now, do these things move around and change? Of course. But I knew that I needed to have something that was solid and rigid that I was going to follow every single day. Because this is the deal. I would tell you, and I would put money on it, that if an individual was going out to perform their job, whatever their role is that is going to go in to earn income, and they put a concerted, focused effort, and they had to get everything done in those 4 hours, then you do it? Of course. It's like cramming for the test or whatever. Of course you could do it. Of course. There's things called Parkinson's Law, which I don't remember the exact definition. Basically, the time it takes to do the task will expand into the time that you have to do it. Like if I got a full 8 hours or I got 8 weeks to do it, when's the job get done? Yeah, last second, right? What if we were to take this whole idea and say, listen, I don't care what you have going on, right? You got 4 hours to get all that stuff done. You will figure out how to get it done. You're taking care of your customer, right? You cram that work in there, you will get so much more done, you can't even imagine how much more productive you'll be. When I did this for myself, it freaking changed everything. Like everything. Okay? Our time. Booking time for your family, for your friends. Making sure that you have time logged. Your time, we just talked about significant other. And the one most important on this whole thing is sleep. 8 hours. Non-negotiable. Now, some people are 6.5, some people are 7.5, 8, whatever, right? Whatever their circadian rhythm is, which you need to figure out, okay? The reason this is so important and to have this in here is that you need to figure out what your sleep cycle is. Because some people are morning people. Some people are nocturnal. I mean, more people are not nocturnal than are, right? But figure this out. So, and all the studies are there about waking up and working out first thing in the morning, about being creative first thing in the morning within an hour or two of when you wake up. I mean, all the science is there now, right? And the thing is I'm not looking to go pick a fight with the science to prove them wrong. I'm just like, hey, I wonder if that would work for me. And then you go try it. Instead of being a resistance ass, like some people are these days, right? It's like, hey, here's this amazing time management system. It's about as stupid simple as it can be, but I'm telling you, this will change your life if you do it. You figure out how to get all the key components, health, relationship, recreation, and wealth, those 4 subcomponents, stuffed into each one of these 4-hour blocks throughout the day. You will get so much done in your life, you can't even imagine your ability to manage your time effectively. So if you want to win, create some My Toys in your life.